Betty Rocker here. Welcome to today's full body shred circuit. This is a super fun workout. We've got 2 different circuits to do. I invite you to grab some weighted objects. Options could be dumbbells, water bottles, water jugs, something that you have. We're going to be using them for rows today, so something for your back. So you might want to think about what weight, if you're using dumbbells, would be appropriate for rowing. And then we're also going to use them in hip thrusts. So you're going to put them in your hip crease to add a little bit of extra resistance to the butte and hamstring when you're pressing up with your leg. So think about what weight might be suitable. Maybe grab a couple of options for yourself. And with that in mind, you will want an elevated surface to put your back against today. We're going to be doing some plank holds as well. So you may want something to use to elevate your chest if that's helpful for you. So just have that handy. This is an ottoman from my living room. You could also use your couch, anything that is handy. We're gonna get right into this now with a little bit of a warm-up move. If you don't have a jump rope, you can do what I'm doing with my invisible jump rope, just hopping up and down on my toes, staying light through my feet. My ponytail's about to come right out. We're gonna let that happen. Jumping our little invisible jump rope. And if this bouncing for your knees doesn't feel good, or you need something as an alternative, you can do step, touch, step, touch, quickly side to side. Good. Bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. You can do a little side to side action. Keep your shoulders open and back. Imagine they were up against a wall. Use this as an opportunity to engage your core. Just a tiny little circle. If you have a real jump rope, that's great. Go right ahead and use it. If not, you can just bounce with me here, imagining we're clearing that jump rope with each swirl of our wrists. Again, we're keeping the shoulders back, locked in place. Core up, core tight, chest up. Good work. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. How do those legs feel? A little bit warmer. We're going to go ahead and start out with some hip thrusters now, as soon as I can get my hair back. So go ahead and join me down on your box or your elevated surface. And we're going to go ahead and grab one weighted object and bring it close beside us. Go ahead and lean your back up against your ottoman or couch. And where you want your back to be positioned is sort of like the corner of it is right about at the base of your scapula. I'm going to go ahead and put the weighted object on my right hip crease. I only need one because we're actually going to move into single leg hip thrusters. But first, let's go ahead and find our base. Feet about hip distance apart. Come up, pressing both feet down, and just hold this, testing out where your feet are positioned. If your feet are in too close to your butt, you'll feel a strain in the front of your knees. So walk your feet out a little bit further. If your feet are up too far, you won't really be as stable enough. Go ahead and drop your hips back down. Give me one more. Hold it up. And now extend your left leg out, holding just with your right glute. This is a good test to see if the amount of resistance you've selected is appropriate. Go ahead and drop your hip down. Lift back up, squeeze. We're going to do a lift and a pause at the top. 3, 2, 1. Lower down, lift, pause, 2, 3. Lower down, lift, pause, 2, 3. Lower down, lift, pause. At any time, if this becomes too challenging, lift, lower down. You can drop down the resistance. You can also put both feet on the floor and work it that way. Lower down. Last 2. Lower down. Lift up. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Put your left foot on the floor. Shift your weighted object over to your left hip crease. Lower down. Let's test this one out. Lift up and hold. And now extend your right leg out. Lower down. Lift. Hold. 2, 3. Nice job. Lower down. Lift. Hold. 2, 3. Lower down. Lift. And hold. It's the pause that's really going to burn out that glute. Lower down. Lift. Pause. Lower down. Lift. And pause. Come on, we got this. Lift. Straighten out that lifted leg. Lower down. Lift. 2, 3. Last one. Come on, one more. Lift and hold. Woo! Oh my gosh, I felt that. How about you guys? All right, we're gonna transition into a plank hold now. I love working on my plank holds. It's really gonna engage and integrate a lot of muscles at the same time. So you have great options. You can elevate your plank with legs straight, hands below shoulders, tucking your core underneath you, making sure that your pelvis is tucked, you have a flat back. Gaze is 6 inches in front of you, holding this. Of course, you can also be down on the mat. Go ahead and start your plank now in whichever variation is comfortable, or rather uncomfortably possible for you. Or you can be up on your toes. In all of these positions, hands have even weight distribution. Imagine, if you're familiar with my blueberry spine cueing, that you're in blueberry spine, but on your hands. And so that means that your back is in the same position it would be if you were on your back, but your back was pressed into the floor. Keep breathing. Straight through those legs. If your legs are straight, if your knees are bent, that's fine. Just really flatten that back. Don't lift your hips. Feel the heat in your core, the heat through your arms. This is an isometric hold, just completely working all of those muscles. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness, well done, rock stars. All right, we're gonna move right back to the top of that circuit, right back into our jump rope. Might as well just take my hair down right from the start. Oh, and I'm getting warm. How about you guys? Anybody else getting warm? I'm gonna shed a layer here because I'm feeling good. Ready for those jump ropes. Yes. Oh, by the way, what is this funny white dot on my arm? Sometimes you guys ask. I'm wearing a continuous blood glucose monitor. It's something that my doctor has me do occasionally. So far, over the last 3 days, my glucose has been perfect, right on target. Just a nice thing to check in on. All right, are we ready? We're gonna start some jump ropes. Engage with that core, get your feet moving, up on those toes, and pivot your wrists. If you've got a real jump rope, way to go. I'm gonna go side to side on this one. Something that I would not accomplish nearly as effectively with a real jump rope. I have to admit, jumping rope is not one of my mad skills, but I look really good with an invisible jump rope, I think. Come on, let's go. Keep those shoulders back. Use this as an opportunity to really get that strong core lined up, light through those toes. Remember, you can take this down to low impact step touches anytime you'd like. Let's go. Come on. Woo! Now I'm gonna go feet back and forth. Maybe I'll go crisscross with the feet. Great job. Come on, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing work. Catch your breath. Bring your body down, transitioning down to our elevated surface. Go ahead and have a sip of water. Give your body a chance to catch its breath. Where is Bodhi today? Well, Bodhi is over on the couch, snuggled up in about 4 blankets. He couldn't bring himself to join us in his usual cozy spot, so I let him do his thing. He's a snuggler for sure. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and position ourselves with our back on the corner of that elevated surface. We're gonna put a weighted object on our hip crease, our right hip crease, and we're gonna test out our leg position, our foot position. Are we at a 90-degree bend when we come up? Is everything aligned? All right, we're gonna go ahead and straighten out that left leg, lower the hips down, come up, hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, lower down, up, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower down, up, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower down, up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, come on, you got this. Up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is your butt burning? Mine is. Up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last 1. Come on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Place both feet on the mat. Shift your weighted object over to your left hip crease. Lift up, squeeze your butt, and extend your right leg. Lower down. Up, 2, 3, 4. 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 Great job. Keep going. Come on. Up, 2, 3, 4. Lower down. Up, 2, 3, 4. More than halfway. Up, 2, 3, 4. Lower. Up, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. Come on. Up, 2, 3, 4. Point that leg. Lower. Press through your foot. Last 2. Last 1. And release. Booty burner. Oh my gosh. Okay, coming back into our second plank hold. For those of you who are more advanced, you're welcome to put a weighted object on your back this round since you're warmed up. If you're already comfortable in tall plank and our last set felt like you could do more, please feel free to take this option. If your back is sagging or you're starting to feel tired at any point, this is not the option for you. Instead, you want to work to the next step up. You want to work up to where you're up on your toes longer, or you're taking your elevated surface just lasting a little bit longer. So find your version. It's not about proving anything. It's just about having options and levels to work through as we get stronger. There's going to be some days where you need an option, where you need to come down to make it less intense, and that's great. So flatten out that back. Have your gaze be about 6 inches in front of you. Don't look down or up. Check in. Are your shoulders aligned with your hands? Are your hands having their weight distributed evenly through your palms and fingers? Nice job. Are your legs as straight and strong as can be? Is your back flat or is it arched? If it's arched, take it down a level. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. With control, we're going to go through that circuit one more time. Come on back up. Time for jump rope. You guys feeling nice and warm now? Boy, oh boy, I sure am. All right, here we go. I'm gonna get my invisible jump rope and begin. See if you can change it up. This time I'm gonna see how high I can jump. How much air can I get with my imaginary jump rope? And I've still got my shoulders back. My core is tight. I have a nice straight line. Am I gonna hit my stairs with my head? That's my goal. Nice. Come on. You can still take the low impact version. Keep breathing. That's the goal. Get that oxygen in. Woo! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes! Amazing job. We're gonna transition down to our final set of hip thrusters. Grab some water, catch your breath, maybe reset your hair like me. You can stretch the first couple minutes or a couple seconds while we're resetting ourselves. And this is really important, this transition time. You don't need to rush into the next move. We're gonna let our body, let our heart rate come down a bit as we prepare for the next challenge. Really good. Good work. All right. Find your stable base behind you. Lower your back. Bring your weighted object to your right hip crease. And let's press our hips up together. Both feet on the ground, finding our foot position. Do we need to walk our feet out a little bit or in? Keep holding and extend your left leg. Lower down, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower, 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 lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give me one more. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that left foot down. Keep your hips up. Move your weighted object over to your left hip crease. Great work. Here we go. Extend the right leg. Lower the hips down. Press up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Press up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your hips nice and stable and steady. Up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just 3 more. You got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. We got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Amazing job. So strong. Great work. All right. One more plank hold. How you feeling? Are you ready? If you're more advanced, you still have the option. You can place a weighted object on your back, or you can take an elevated version, kneeling version, regular toe version with no weight on your back. Lots of options. Make sure you've mastered proper plank form. Really tune into all the cues and begin when you're ready. Strong back, strong arms, stacked just below shoulders, head and neck in neutral. That back is flat. We're not lifting our hips. Our legs are straight and strong. Great job. Hang in there, keep breathing. Think about how strong you are. Think about all those affirming words that describe the warrior woman that lives inside of you. Come on. Strong, fierce, fabulous, creative. Come up with some of your own. I'm listening for them right now. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew! Yes, you just rocked your first circuit. That was a nice long circuit, almost 20 minutes. You did amazing. Grab yourself some water. We're gonna move on to circuit number 2. Yes, this one's fun. We're gonna be using our weighted objects again. Like I mentioned at the beginning, we'll be doing some rows. So if the weighted object you had for your hip thrusts is a little heavy for rows, grab something a little lighter. It's totally up to you. We're gonna start out with everybody's favorite move, some burpees. Yay! Now with a burpee, just like with the plank, you can come down into your plank pose with an elevated surface. Let's do a couple together slowly to warm up for the burpee. Don't just stand there and watch. You can do this with me. We're all gonna do this together. Bend your knees, plant your hands down, step or jump back. Give me a push up, step or jump forward. Come up into a body squat or a jump squat. Options. You can make this more cardio. You can also make it lower impact down on the mat. Do these with me. Option to do a push-up kneeling or standing. This is the low impact version down on the floor. Good. Show your body where it's going. So good. All right, we're gonna gonna go faster, or you can stick with one of those variations. Let's go. Down, back, and up. Plant your hands down below shoulders. Each time you come down, bend your knees, jump your feet back. Give me that push-up. Strong plank form in your push-ups. When you come up, explode into a jump or body squat. Last one. Great work. So strong. Sit down. Option to throw a weighted object across your hips. We're gonna do some hamstring pull-throughs. So this will just give you a little bit more weight to pull your body through with. I'm catching my breath. I'm gonna have to do a quick stretch here down my legs. Those burpees will get you winded. Yes, feels good. So I've got my weighted object across my hips. I'm gonna place my hands behind me, opening up through my shoulders. Digging my heels down into the mat, I'm gonna use my hamstrings and glutes to pull me through to a reverse tabletop. If this is just not good for you and you try out on soft fists and that still doesn't feel good, go right back to the hip thruster we learned in our first circuit and do it with weighted objects on both hip creases and pull your body through with both feet on the ground this time. So that's a great option that'll just support your upper body. If you're down on the mat with me, doing the pull through, I want you to make sure you keep that chest really open, keep your core tight. Great job. Come on, really dig through your heels to pull your body up and through, feeling those hamstrings work for you. Last two. Last one. Great job. All of those options are going to be effective. There's nothing that you could do there that was wrong unless you were compromising your form in some way. Let's go ahead and pick up weighted objects for our rows. And this row sequence is fun. So we're going to do a narrow grip to a wide grip row. So let's start out first by bringing our shoulders back as if they were up against a wall without bringing them up to our ears. They're still down and relaxed, but back. We're going to engage that core, step our feet out slightly. Then we're going to just send our hips back. So we're bent forward at about a 45-degree angle. We're going to keep our elbows in tight to our body, narrow grip row. Then we're going to widen them, wide grip row. Good. Narrow row, wide row. That's right, your palms face each other in the narrow grip row. Then your palms face your quads in the wide grip row. Gives you a little bit more space to pull back. Nice job. I'm going to go for about 5 of each. That's my goal. I think I got one more. Feel free to do a couple extra, more than me. If you're using a lighter weight and didn't get fatigued as quickly, absolutely fine. Now I'm going to do one more glute move. I'm going to do a glute bridge. Now the glute bridge, you have options to elevate it or keep your feet on the floor. This is similar to the hip thruster, but it's just going to really, really, really fire up your butt. So I'll just demonstrate it real quick down on the mat, and then I'm going to put my feet up on the side of my box. I first engage blueberry spine, bringing my lower back to touch the mat as if I had a blueberry stuck underneath the arch of my lower back and the floor, and I was going to flatten it down. Then we lift up, driving through our glutes. We talked about how you can put a weighted object across your hips or even a stretchy band that's anchored on both sides of the floor for some additional resistance. I'm going to go ahead and try it out today with my weighted object across my hip crease. I'm just going to have to hold on to it with both hands for stability. This is also a nice way to make sure that my hips stay level as I lift up. I reset blueberry spine, dig through the heels, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Now with those hip thrusters, we had a pause at the top. So with these, we're going to go through them at a much more rapid pace so that you really get that little pump action. Nice. Come on. And you'll really feel the burn from repeating a lot of hamstrings. This is a very posterior chain dominant workout today, which I love. Getting a lot of hamstrings and glutes and calves today in our workout between all those jumping ropes, hip thrusters, glute bridges, everything good. Last 2, And last one. Nicely done. Go ahead and come on back up. We're gonna begin again at the top with some more burpees. So good. Let's rock our way right through round 2 of our second superset. Shoulders back, core tight, and begin. You pick whichever burpee variation is right for you today. Just mind your form. Great job. Lift and jump, or body squat. Up, down, back, push up, power through. Great work. Come on. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Join me on the mat in a seated position when you're ready. I'm gonna catch my breath. Quick little stretch for my hamstring as I'm sitting here. Be helpful if you want to join me. It'll let you reset and also bring some more flexibility and space into those hamstrings before we work them again in our hamstring pull through. And just like I mentioned in the last round, totally optional to lean your back against your elevated surface and do both feet on the ground hip thrusters like we did in round 1 with one leg. Or you can keep both feet on the ground, shoulders back, chest open, hands on soft fists or flat down, and dig your heels in. Let's go. Come into reverse tabletop, using your heels to really pull yourself through. Yes, you can actually just pop your hips up here, but if you use your hamstrings instead, if you dig your heels in and really focus on pulling your hips up using your hamstrings, that's where you'll really get the intended force through this particular move. Good. So strong. Of course, your glutes are an accessory here, but we really want to target those hammies. Nice job. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, here it is, and 1. Great work. Oh my gosh. Round 2 of our rows, gonna pick up those weighted objects, come to standing, and I don't need as much of a breather in between these 2 moves because there wasn't much cardio in that last one. Shoulders back, core tight, little hinge forward, narrow row, wide row. Narrow row, squeeze your shoulder blades back each time you pull those elbows up. The work is happening in your back, between your shoulder blades. Keep your core tight. I've got 2 left of each one. Nice. And final move, I'm gonna do an elevated glute bridge with a little resistance at my hips. Almost through. Bring your hips in close to your elevated surface. Put your weighted object across your hips. Lower down, find blueberry spine. Dig your heels in. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Each time you come down, check in. Is your core engaged? This is good practice for making sure that it just stays nice and tight and that we're not starting out with an arched back. Good work. 3, 2, last one, and 1. Amazing work. All right, let's go through our final superset. Nice pace. Ready? Burpee time. Up on your feet, rock stars. No time like the present. Here we go. Drop it down, back, press, up, and jump. Come on. You got this. This is your last set, last opportunity. Watch the drop down into the push-up, that you're staying nice and strong through that plank. Yes. So good. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Catch that breath. Right back down to seated. Pull your weighted object across your lap. Shoulders back. Catch your breath. Oh, I'm feeling it too. Hands behind you, shoulders open. Option to do hip thrusters again. Here we go. Dig the heels down. Find that position with your feet. Dig. Use those hamstrings to pull your hips through. Remember, you can take soft fists at your wrists if that helps align and support them. But a big part of what will help support them is that you're keeping your chest open. Shoulders are hugging back. Good work, come on. 5, 4, squeeze, 3, and 2. Last one. Nicely done. Last set of rows. Join me, standing. Grab both of your weighted objects. Shoulders back as if they were up against a wall. Feet about hip distance width apart. Engage your core. Send your hips back. Narrow, wide. Narrow and wide. Keep that back flat. Keep your core engaged. 2 more each one for me. Feel it work between your shoulders. Last one. Oh my gosh. Always bend the knees when you set down or pick up weighted objects to protect your back. And we're gonna do our final movement. Elevated bridge lifts. And you're done, you're free. Come on down. Bring your hips in close to your elevated surface. Bring your weighted object across your hips. Lower all the way down. Put your hips up. Make sure your legs are bent at 90 degrees. My box is wiggling around. I'm gonna find blueberry spine, engaging my core, holding lightly with my weighted object, and lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Check in with your knees. Are they still in a comfortable alignment? That means you don't feel any strain through them. You want to make sure your hips are nice and level, not shifting around. You're doing a great job. Come on. Last 7. Oh yeah. 6. Gonna finish strong. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. And done. Oh my gosh. Go ahead and remove your weighted object off to the side. Rock yourself up. Great job, rock star. Thank you so much for joining me for today's workout. I really enjoyed it. Please be sure to use all of the free resources on the bettyrocker.com website. Recipes, more workouts like this, lots of motivation and great articles to help you with fitness and nutrition tips so that you can be successful throughout your entire journey. And as always, I invite you to check out Rock Your Life, my online home workout studio and women's fitness community, where we offer hundreds of workout classes of all types. You can search them by how long you have to work out, what type of workout you want to do, and we have 30-day challenges so that you always have a plan to follow. We have so many different challenges, different amounts of time, some with no equipment, some with some equipment. You have all these great options to work out from home and nothing standing in your way. Plus, the coaches and I are all there to support and guide you, answer your questions. You'll make new friends in our amazing women's fitness community, and other members would love to be there to celebrate your triumphs, support you through your challenges, and get to know you better, just like me. So please take advantage of our 30-day trial and check out Rock Your Life risk-free. See if it's a good fit for you and enjoy the awesome benefits of really having all of those resources and support at your disposal. As always, I'm Betty Rocker. You are so awesome and amazing. Thank you for working out with me today, and I can't wait to see you again real soon. Bye for now.